Welcome back to the 10th aisle. My name is Ryan, and I hope this video finds you well. We are in WWE 2K22, and there's one of my personal favorites right there, Rey Mysterio. I have put about 8 hours into this game. The large majority of that, the large chunk of that, in the My Rise, which is their take on a create a character or career mode. And so far, I would say that mode is serviceable. You start out as a rookie wrestler. You can create your own wrestler. I guess use some kind of archetype. My son, my wife, and we created a character. It took like an hour. The menuing to create it was very, very detailed, but it's incredible how detailed actually. But it's one of those things where you can do whatever you need to do. After a series of matches and some storylines, you do get invited to one of the shows, either Raw or SmackDown or NXT, depending on how well you do. And that's really fun. We've also tried the showcase a little bit, which is going through Rey Mysterio's, some of his career matches, and that's pretty cool. And then what we're going to do right here is just played a couple of exhibition matches. And I think that's the best way to talk about this game. And my thoughts therein. The roster is insane. There are so many wrestlers on here. It is not even funny. I find it's easier to just hit random a couple of times. And like, I'll hit a wrestler I probably have seen. And some of them we haven't seen in a long time. Both my son and I are huge fans of wrestling. We watch. Yeah, we could beat Brock. And it's been interesting to kind of, against Big E, that'd be all right. It's been interesting to go through this because there's been a lot of controversy over the last year, especially in the WWE, with wrestlers kind of disappearing from the scene. So here we go with music.
The beast incarnate has arrived.
The entrances are incredible.
Domination in WWE and mixed martial arts.
And I should remind you, we were playing on the PC because this seemed like the best place to play. Yeah, cool.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, the WWE Champion.
Yeah, that's him.
Brock Lesnar has been a frightening sight, but he returned to WWE in 2021 as a different beast.
Yeah, when Brock Lesnar returned, he wasted no time reinserting himself.
So you can skip the intros. You don't have to sit through them every time. But I wanted to show they're very much as close to their current intros as possible. And we can do a breakout. So we can kind of show them both at the same time. I think that's interesting.
Absolutely. Look at the career of Big E. Double-digit tag team title reigns, a former NXT champion.
You can interrupt.
Intercontinental champion. Unfortunately, you no longer throws a jacket at Cole.
That's the punter's job now. A man of few words.
So
Lesnar prefers to let his actions do the talking.
you have light attacks, heavy attacks, and then you're grappling. Submissions, all that jazz. I had to lower the volume there a little bit. It's very much a wrestling game. One of the biggest things I've struggled with is it feels like the game, not that it's not fair, but you can see his meter down there in the bottom. He's getting his ass kicked. In some instances, you can finish guys pretty quickly, and that feels all right. Oh, that was nice. But what often happens is they come back. So I don't know if that's something in the game's design or what exactly. But I've lost quite a bit of matches. You can reverse that. Ah, we didn't get it. We reversed out of that. Very nice. So you can reverse out of stuff. But like I said, I've lost a few matches that I was winning most of the way through. And I would say your basic one-on-one match, those seem to be pretty all right. No big issues there. It's more when we... Oh, see, that was a signature move, so that got me good. It's more when you're fighting either multiple people in like a triple threat, fatal four-way, or tag matches where stuff is a little bit rough. Because the match feels somewhat slower. As we kind of go at him here. I will say the commentary we're hearing, not great. Not bad. You'll see me doing a lot of the same moves over and over because it is really difficult trying to remember the moves. And that's because there are so many moves. You know, in creating a character, you can actually customize every single move that they do. And that's great and all, but man, it takes so long to load the animations that it doesn't quite feel worth doing it. That was kind of cool. Oh, we got an arm lock. Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting this. Well, we might get him. I don't like this quick time event. You have to do it for where you're in a submission as well. And when they're in a submission, it is brutal on the hands. We might get him. No. Oh, we didn't get him.
I guess that's one way to do it.
See, he's beaten up pretty bad, and he's still kicking her ass. He's doing his finisher. No? Okay. Looked like it was. Now he's doing his finisher. See, seemingly out of nowhere. And we kick out of his finisher at 2. Not even 2. So a lot of this doesn't, you know, if you've watched wrestling, it doesn't fit the flow. And looking at the meter down below, I really don't know what half of it is going on. Because there's your health meter, and then I'm not sure what that blue meter is. If that's your... I don't know, I have not been able to figure it out. But it seems like you build up energy as you go. Holy crap. I've never seen Brock do a drop kick. Oh, I had a finisher again. So that's what the one times means. So the yellow meter at the bottom is the finisher. Like I said, I've been playing this game 8+ hours, and I still was not paying attention to how that happened.
Face first with a waistlock takedown.
You can charge your finisher. Here we go. This is my favorite. You let it go when they get up. Oh, no, it didn't go for it.
Got the answer for that one.
Didn't go for it. I had it, and I guess he reversed it. See, this is what I mean. Out of nowhere. Just seemingly starts kicking our butt. So it's pretty fun gameplay. I haven't dove into a lot of the different match types. I've played, I guess, a handful of them. There are. He's doing it again. Another big ending. No way we kick out of that one. Oh, we've kicked out of his finisher twice. But what I'll say is, there are some. He's doing his finisher again. There are some issues with the game. I've kicked out of his finisher twice in a row. I would say the biggest by far is you get stuck in these animations. Oh, that was close. And you can't really get out of it. Like, once you initiate some of these moves, and he does it again. He's got to have me now. Barely. See, this is what I was talking about. I was beating him up the entire match. I go for my finisher once. And then he did his finisher to me, what, 4 times? So it's a matter of, like, what do you get? So you get this this whole thing I'm covering with my face. This is the match breakdown, the viewer's rating, defensive prowess, signature. So it breaks down the whole match. You can see a highlight reel, which to me has almost always been the other wrestler whooping on me. Pretty good. But for the most part, they don't seem to be very dynamic. It seems to be a lot of the same stuff. So that's just a regular singles match. It's kind of weird because the matches can be really fun. Like, that was still fun even though I lost. The thing I'm having trouble with by far is some of the weird animation stuff. I believe I'm playing on normal, and the recovery of the opponent is sometimes just insane. And then other times it's completely random. So it's a weird game. Because if you go back to the old style of wrestling games, I would say it's very different in that the control scheme and, you know, just the way everything feels. But I haven't played a wrestling game in, it feels like a better part of a decade, because they've been so bad for the last decade. And with this one, they took a couple years off, and it seems like that was a really good thing to do. There's some good stuff here with this. I don't know what the My Faction is. Is that like the card-based game? I'm keen to check that out. Might as well. Downloading content. So this is kind of like the thing you do for, it's like a My Team kind of thing? Okay. It's like a whole collection. Interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't even know this existed in the game. So this is another level of, I guess if you want to do more with the game, you can create a character, just do single matches. It is kind of a lot with it. And then card, like kind of the card game. I mean, reveal all. Oh, we got a Rey Mysterio. So then I guess you could, what, battle these against things? I believe is going to be the goal. We didn't really get anything worth anything. But interesting. We'll reveal them all. I don't quite get all this. Unless you would wrestle with them. Actually wrestling in the game. Not sure how that would be. Interesting. So you get cosmetics this way. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Contracts. Oh, I don't want to create a faction. Let's call it 10th for now. And then you can select like your whole lineup. Interesting. So this seems pretty deep. So you could just select as we have. And there's this different stuff. It's very weird. Side plates, the payback style, the contracts. This looks like we're good. When I database, a logo. Oh wow! So this is like a whole thing. Nameplate. Sure. Find a manager. We've got, okay. Now we've got our faction. Log in any 5 days of this week to earn loyalty. So this is like a live game. Team locker codes to unlock rewards. Oh, okay. Force 3 opponents to submit. Okay, so this is interesting. Prove that your faction has what it takes to conquer the toughest opponents across several eras of. Okay, so you basically take your faction and pin it against others. I don't know that I'm super interested in doing that. But I guess we could. Because you're collecting cards. So this is where the store. So you can spend, I'm assuming this is real money. You have no unopened packs. So how does that work? Yeah, so it uses VC. So this is what a lot of the other games use. So this is like the My Madden team or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about, whether it's in football, hockey, basketball. Interesting. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave. Well, that's very interesting, but I can't see how that would be something I would want to jump into. There's also a My GM mode. I haven't really checked out that. I'm assuming you can act as the GM.
So you want to be a general manager for the greatest sports entertainment?
I mean, maybe I do. So you can choose who you want to be. Okay, that's kind of interesting. The Legend Whisperer. So I like how they have these tutorial things that is walking you through. You can kind of just go the whole way through. You can choose like how stuff goes. That's kind of interesting. How long it goes. So this is basically like a franchise mode in your other games. Okay. So reason we want to even look at any of this just a little bit like that. There is so much in this game. Other than just playing wrestling or the create a character. Some of which I haven't even unpacked here in the 8+ hours that I've played. I think if you're coming to this game looking for some fun and you've got an open mind, I think it will be that. Is it a perfect game? No. Those don't exist. Especially in the wrestling sphere. Not in a long time, anyway. But I think it's a good step forward. So, if you're looking for one of those, definitely check it out. I think the biggest pitfall for it is actually too expensive. There are too many versions, and they're insanely expensive on on consoles especially. I think on PS5 this runs $70. I don't remember about Xbox, but I'm sure it runs the normal price there. On PC it's $60 still. I got it at a very discounted rate, and that felt a lot better. But they have other versions. I think one's like $100 version, a $150 version. You seem like you get like just little things here and there, and it's like I don't know about that whole business model anymore. I don't know that that works necessarily, but there's a lot here. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. It seems like a lot of fun to kind of just goof around and not take too seriously. But I'm sure there's more to dive into here with, you can create different stuff with the entrances, victories, move sets, shows. There's even online, which I don't see as a thing I would ever get to, but there's so much to do in this game. I'm kind of excited to see where it goes as a I wouldn't say a huge wrestling fan, but I would say pretty big as of the last couple of years I've gotten back in after being an enormous fan when I was a kid. It's a fun thing to enjoy with my son, so he loves the game. But this is the final point, and we'll end here. I don't think this is very approachable for kids. Now, I don't know that this is a game that was built from the ground up again with kids in mind, but the controls for this, man, I'm having trouble with them. And, you know, that might be some writing on the wall there with, seeing where this is going to go actually in the future. If this, gets picked up by somebody else, or if they even go in a different direction or what. I am looking forward to the DLC wrestlers that they're going to release here in the future, but I'm hoping by then I am not as green behind the ears, or wet behind the ears. Green and wet, I guess. There's a lot going on there with this game, because it's fun, and I would like to keep playing it, like to start playing it with my son. I think it'd be a good time. If you want to see more about this game, let me know down in the comments. I'll happily dive into stuff. Maybe we'll check it out over on the Twitch channel. You could follow the link to all that stuff down below. It's fun, and I did not expect to put so much time in such a short period of time. But it was good. So you should check it out if you're interested in arcadey type games like this. Feels actually a little bit more simulation, which is pretty cool. That's going to do it for me, though. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. Remember to stay safe out there, and remember to embrace the chill.